Hey, this is Kristen with Collision Hub, and we are back at NACE 2012 in New Orleans. Now, we thought we'd step off the floor for a little bit to talk with Hertz about what they've brought to the show, some new products that you're going to be seeing, and maybe what's going to be coming back to you in 2013. Now, we can't do what we do without them, so we wanted to give them a chance to tell us what all they do. So, guys, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Now, when it comes to the industry, I think Hertz is you guys are involved in just a little bit about everything. So besides NACE, which you're here every year putting on and doing some special things, you're also doing a lot with the industry lately. And I wanted to kind of cover some of those associations and some of the things you've become involved in.
Well, I mean, first with NACE, I mean, our partnership with NACE and utilizing NACE is really a key forum to get our name out there. It's been key for over 10 years now. And plus, being here in New Orleans, I think is a great venue to meet with our clients. One of our key sponsorships is working with the National Auto Body Council. I'm now on the board of the National Auto Body Council, and Hertz has been a diamond sponsor member for a number of years. So that relationship, I think, is key in promoting the image of the collision industry overall to everybody that could see.
Yeah, and there's sometimes a misconception out there that we know shops are of lower quality or lesser blue-collar workers of society, and we do a lot of great things in the communities that we're in. Repairs are some of the best stewards of their communities with baseball and Little League and a lot of things, so improving that image is great. Now, you got two programs that I see you guys involved in all the time. Recycled rides, and then recently some adoption into the Operation Comfort effort. Let's talk about those two efforts.
I mean, Operation Comfort is the new one, which is an incredible new partnership, I think, with the NABC and Operation Comfort to really drive, you know, what can we do for, you know, the people coming back from overseas that have fought for our freedom and who are injured at war. So, you know, that what the overall piece of that is there's going to be a shop where these wounded veterans are going to be able to come back to and actually work and apply themselves in a way that they might not have had before. I think it's a phenomenal cause.
And it's great. To think about it, there's a bunch of guys out there that gave what they gave for us, and they want to learn our craft. So I know when I get a chance to go down there and work with them and do some painting and do some body work, I can't believe they want to do what I do. So it's kind of a nice thing that we're going to get involved with. Now, when we think about Hertz, we think about rental cars, right? We think that, you know, that's the rental car process part of my repair, whether I'm an insurer or whether I'm a shop. But you guys do a lot around more than just the rental of the car. What are some of the products and services that some of our shops and some of our insurers out there may or may not be aware of what all Hertz does?
Well, that's a great question. We actually launched last year what we call Express Rent Kiosk. And this is really a self-service kiosk which actually has a live person on the other end of it. The beauty for us is it was a concept at last year's show. This year we're deployed in almost 200 locations, of which 25% of them are off airport. What does that give you? It gives you actually 24/7 access into a vehicle. So as you know, you don't get an accident at the most opportune time. It's usually afternoon on a Saturday, it could be a Sunday night. We give you the ability to get into a vehicle right away. So that's the first thing. The other thing is we're going to use technology in a much more robust way. We have a car sharing venture called Hertz On Demand, and we utilize that technology that's in that vehicle. We're going to deploy it in all of our vehicles over the next 18 to 24 months. The other thing is we have mobile applications now for any of the devices that you may own that actually lets you book the vehicle, reserve it, and then pick it up as well.
Well, that's a great feature. So I know, like, a lot of times for customers, when I was answering the phone at the insurance office, it was always either after hours, after 6, or it was a Saturday or Sunday when they'd have the car wreck and they would be, I need a car. You know, I got a soccer game, I need to get to church, I need to take care of my elders, my grandmother, somebody that's sick, and oftentimes in a traditional method we couldn't help them. But this is going to be 24-hour access plus a touch point for the shop to offer that 24-hour access.
Yeah, we just conducted a pilot program in the Northeast in 16 of our off-airport locations, and over half of the transactions, either booking the rental or returning the vehicle, happened after hours when it was closed. So that's a big aha moment for us. That's why we're going to enable all these vehicles.
Yeah, it's a great customer service. I know traditionally when we ask a customer to drop them off, we're either asking them to do it before work, after work, or we ask them to take their lunchtime to come see us. And so being able to put the rental car in their needs is great.
Puts them in total control.
What are some things that we can think about maybe next year, 2013, that Hertz is going to be rolling out for the shops and even those insurance clients?
I mean, I think one of the things you just heard is continue to expand on those two key initiatives you just heard. So as we partner with the shops with the kiosk, the key thing we're doing is deploying those kiosk at locations where we'll have 24-hour availability. But that also gives, I mean, with the kiosk you can do any one of the rentals. You can do a claim it or whatever. And but one of the initiatives that we've continued to do over the last couple of years too with the shops is really cars on site. So we've done that with either people, Hertz people, or shops wanted to run their own business, actually can partner with Hertz and actually own the shop themselves. And we provide them the training and place the cars on site, which increases their CSI. So that's been one of the real effective, I'd say, aha moments that we've had over the last couple of years too, is the shops a lot of times want to own that process themselves, and they can do that themselves too.
Yeah, we hear that over and over in the CSI score reviews, where a claim sometimes gets off on the bad foot because of the rental process. And shops are often feeling like they're held captive because it started off wrong, and they want to own that process. They're like, hey, if I'm going to be held accountable for it, let me own that process from start to finish. And so that's a great benefit for repairers to have that.
Hey, just one other thing I want to add for 2013 is expansion is a big part of our growth initiative. And so we're going to expand the technology, like Ken had said, through these express rent kiosks, through technology in the vehicle. But we're going to continue to expand our locations as well. So we'll get expansion through the technology, and then through actually bricks and mortars and different relationships and partnerships that we're going to have with body shops, with hotels, with the insured.
We're just going to start seeing you guys everywhere, huh?
I mean, you know, it was just in 2009, I think we had 1,600 locations. At the end of this year, we're going to have 2,500 locations. This year, we're almost opening 1 location a day. So that's what kind of volume we're talking about.
That's some rapid expansion. So if anybody wants any more information on anything that we talked about, what's the best way for a shop, insurer, or anyone just to kind of get in touch and learn more?
I mean, they can certainly call me, and I'll get them, you know, in touch with the right person. We've got regional managers in each one of the regions across the country, area managers in each area. So, you know, we've got over 4,000 employees off airport right now that are really driving the incredible growth that we're seeing.
And we have dedicated people, excuse me, to the MSO market, to the insurance market. We have dedicated staff.
All right, well guys, about a year ago we told you that it was going to be the year of technology. It was your time to get up to date on your equipment, on your services, what you were offering, the estimates you were writing, and the tools it was going to take to fix the cars. 2013 is going to be the year of the customer. It's time for you to align your business around the needs of the customer and what they want you to do versus maybe what we've always done that's worked. Be sure that you're taking a look at all the processes in your business, and rental is a big one. It's really the first touch point of the claim. It's the first thing we do after the accident is we get them in that car and we get them back to their life while we take care of the repair. So be sure and look at that process. Make sure that you've got everything in it that you need to service your customer the way they need to be serviced. And if you need to learn more, go visit Hertz or call your local representative and let them take a walk through their products and offerings and what they can do for you today. Stay tuned. We're going to be back on the show floor with more live from NACE 2012.